All right, so let's jump into this deep dive. Today we're looking at mouse control, and specifically a company called Leduc Pest Control. And it seems like, from what you've told us, those little guys are making themselves a little bit too at home in your area.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And the good news is this company, their focus is Leduc and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
So they're right there in your backyard.
That local focus can be really, really helpful, I think.
They talk about their mouse bait being safe for kids and pets.
Yeah.
And only needing a single feeding.
Yeah.
What's the magic there? Is it different than what I can just get at the store?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's totally different. Professional grade bait is just a whole different ballgame.
Oh, okay.
Think of it like this, the stuff you get at the store, it's like using a squirt gun.
Okay.
But the professional stuff, it's like a high-powered laser.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's much more potent.
So knock them out in one shot.
Pretty much, yeah. It's designed for like really quick kill. And that single feeding thing.
So I'm assuming that also makes it safer for pets.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they use very specific ingredients and bait formulations that are less palatable to pets, and really target the mouse's biology.
So they're not going to be munching on something that's super potent. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Knowing that they prioritize safety is huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they come in, zap the mice with the laser bait, and then we're all good.
Well, that's where the service plans come in.
Okay.
They have a few different options, depending on your level of concern and how much peace of mind you're really looking for.
Let's break those down.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so they have a single visit option, which is great if you think it's just like a one-time thing.
Right.
But they also have these like 6-month and year-long protection plans.
Okay, that makes sense. Protection plans definitely sounds like a little more peace of mind. But what exactly do they entail?
Well, with both of those plans, they'll actually come back to your house up to once a month if they see signs of continued mouse activity.
Okay, so it's not just like a scheduled monthly visit whether you need it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just like a blanket every month kind of thing.
Gotcha.
They're actually tailoring it to your specific situation.
So it's more like they're just keeping an eye on things and then only stepping in when needed.
Exactly.
Okay. That's actually really reassuring. I mean, no one wants a pest control company just like camping out at their house every month if it's not necessary.
No, for sure.
It's like having a mouse security detail on call.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. They come in, they assess the situation,
Right.
and they only take action if there's a real threat.
I like that analogy. So if I'm hearing you correctly, the main difference between these plans is just the length of time that they're keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, pretty much. The 6-month is good if you've got like a more immediate concern.
Okay.
The year-long plan is good for that, extended peace of mind. Knowing you're covered.
Right.
Especially throughout the seasons when mice might be more likely to try and get into your house.
Yeah, those cold Alberta winters.
Exactly.
Speaking of seasons, I'm guessing Leduc Pest Control has seen it all when it comes to, mouse behavior in Leduc.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they have.
Those winters, those summers, those weird shoulder seasons we get here.
Yeah.
They know what makes these little guys tick.
Oh, for sure. That's where their years of experience really comes into play. I mean, they've probably dealt with every possible mouse scenario in Leduc.
Right.
From the common entry points to the nesting habits that are specific to your area.
So it's not just about knowing how to kill a mouse. It's about understanding Leduc mice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, think of it this way. Would you rather have a doctor who's just generally familiar with human anatomy, or one who specializes in your specific condition and has seen hundreds of cases just like yours?
Yeah, I'll take the specialist every time.
Exact.
So that local knowledge is a big deal.
Absolutely.
It's like they have a PhD in Leduc mouse behavior.
Basically, yeah.
That's got to give them an edge.
Definitely. I mean, it means they're more likely to spot those subtle signs of an infestation early on.
Okay.
And they can tailor their treatments to be as effective as possible for your specific situation.
So for you listening at home, this is like a key takeaway. When you're choosing a pest control company, that local expertise can make a world of difference. First, it's not just about getting rid of the mice you have now. It's about preventing future problems down the road.
Exactly. Leduc Pest Control's understanding of, Leduc's unique pest pressures, that could be the difference between a quick fix and a long-term solution.
All right, so we've covered their local expertise, the potent bait, the different protection plans. I think we've given you a pretty good overview of what Leduc Pest Control brings to the table. But there's one more thing I want to touch on. They mention on their website, creating a treatment plan that will work from the beginning. What does that tell us about their approach?
Well, I think it speaks to their proactive mindset. You know, they're not just coming in and reacting to like whatever problem you have right now.
Okay.
They're actually trying to look for ways to prevent future infestations as well.
So it's not just about, setting traps and calling it a day.
Right.
They're really thinking long term.
Exactly. Yeah, they're probably looking at things like sealing up, potential entry points.
Right.
Identifying conditions that might be attracting mice in the first place. And, giving you advice on steps you can take to make your home less inviting to those little guys.
It's like they're mouse-proofing your home.
Exactly.
That's a level of service you don't always see.
No, you don't.
It really goes beyond just like extermination.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so for you listening at home, we've unpacked a lot about Leduc Pest Control today.
We have.
They've got the local knowledge, the effective bait, a range of service plans to fit your needs, and a really proactive approach to prevention. But ultimately, the decision is yours.
That's right. I mean, we've given you the information, but only you can decide what level of service and investment is right for your situation.
Consider your tolerance for those little house guests.
Yeah.
And what level of comfort you're aiming for. Leduc Pest Control seems to have, all the tools in their arsenal. But the choice is ultimately in your hands.
That's right. And sometimes just having that knowledge and understanding of your options, that can be really empowering in itself.
Absolutely.
It takes away that feeling of helplessness, and it puts you in control of the situation.
It does. So there you have it, our deep dive into Leduc Pest Control. We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little bit entertaining. Until next time, may your home be a haven free of unwanted guests, especially the four-legged kind.